Hello my friends, welcome to my channel Bringer of Light Intuitive. I'm Cindy. Thank you so much for being here with me today and watching this reading. We are going to dive into who am I reading for reading, where I get a message and you tell me who I'm reading for in the comments below. I can't wait to hear from you. I love reading all of your comments and how these readings resonate for you. This is why I'm here, you know, and so I love that. Thank you for being here. Welcome in or welcome back if you're new here. Also, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know that you're new so I can say hi and welcome you. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done that yet, thank you for hitting that like button. I so appreciate you. Let me tell you what's coming out here. I've got this energy of the Six of Pentacles and the World card here. Ooh, and the Ten of Cups. Well, and the Six of Swords. We're really closing down a cycle here, okay, guys? We're closing down a cycle of, you know, and we've been saying this for weeks, but it looks like we've got two sixes. When two sixes come out in a reading, it signals to me that there is some sort of a divine, trustworthy partnership here. And we do have the Ten of Cups. So I feel like where there's been difficulty and where there has been lack of reciprocity in a relationship or in your life in general, this could show up in career, this could show up in your friends, this could show up in your love life, where there's been a lack of reciprocity. So this is part of an old cycle that's closing, and I feel like it's like we've really got closure. It's actually in the rearview mirror now. We're moving away from that chapter where maybe you were overgiving and under receiving. Maybe you've overgiven in all areas of your life and you've always not received the same reciprocity, the same energy or effort or love or communication even that you've given. You've always maybe given and given and given and then lacked that receiving. So I feel like that is literally the chapter of our life that we're talking about here in this reading. And I feel like you've come full circle, like literally you've come full circle and you've moved out of that now. Maybe you've been actively working on that. Well, if that's the case, then the universe is saying, well done. We see what you've been doing and we want you to know that you're not there anymore. You've let all that stuff go. You've changed your story. You've literally changed your story. And the story that you used to live in is no longer the story that you are living in now or about to, because this is the beginning, I feel. Hold on, sorry about that. My alarm. You're moving away from that. You know, you're moving away and you've learned some big lessons around all of that, haven't you? You've learned a lot of lessons and you're taking what you've learned forward with you into your new chapter. And this is going to, everything that you learned, you're learning how to set better boundaries. You're learning how to speak your truth, how to find your voice. You're learning how to deal with people that maybe were prickly in your past, if that has to do with family or whatever. You're setting different boundaries and you're receiving a different outcome in your experience because of all that you've learned here in this last chapter. But you are moving away from it. It is in your rearview mirror and things are going to feel a lot better and more balanced than they were before. If you don't feel that now, a lot of you, I feel like this is, you've already been there, done that, and you've already started moving away from the old, you know, conflicts and things that were happening in your life because of that not unequal reciprocity. But you're coming into balance. The scales have been set, rebalanced, you know, but this is all about equal reciprocity. So here in this new chapter of your life, this new cycle, the tens are always cycles for me, and the World card signals the end of a cycle. But also the World card signals, you know, you're stepping into your butterfly era. And your butterfly era, it doesn't look like your caterpillar era. You went in that cocoon and you've done a lot of work and you've released those old stories, and now you're this butterfly who lives a different life than the caterpillar. And your life is for who I'm reading for. Your life is all about equal reciprocity. You're no longer giving to energy or to people, places, or things that do not also give to you. You're no longer pouring into cups that do not also pour into yours. You are demanding equal give and take. You're demanding equal reciprocity, equal effort, equal communication, equal love, whatever it is for you, because we're all on different pages. But what I really see here is equal reciprocity in your relationships, in your work, in your life. And it's bringing you more fulfillment. You know, of course, it's bringing you more fulfillment because you're not the one that's doing all the giving and under receiving. Maybe you had to set boundaries with your own self. We're not doing that anymore. We're not going to pour into cups that don't pour into ours. You know, and we got to set some boundaries here because people tend to take and take and take when we tend to give and give and give. People like to show up and take your light. People like to overstep those boundaries when there aren't any. People like to take advantage of the people who like to give. And so we're not doing that anymore. And so your new chapter that you're stepping into is a chapter of fulfillment. It's a chapter of feeling happy and safe in your world. It's a chapter of equal reciprocity. It's a chapter of balance and wholeness and healthy relationships, healthy, balanced, stable relationships, healthy energy, you having healthy energy, healthy boundaries. And it's trickling into all your areas of your life. It's not just your relationships, but it's in work as well. This is fortune after difficulty. So we're starting in this brand new chapter here, and we're putting the old one in the rearview mirror. So let me know in the comments where you fall on this timeline here, because some of you, you're coming into this now. Some of you, you're like, oh yeah, I did that a long time ago. And you're right, things are changing for me. I am having a different experience because I am no longer pouring into cups or people or places or things that don't pour into me. I'm not accepting crumbs anymore. I am accepting only what I deserve because that's what I put in. You know? Tell me where you're at on this timeline. I've got this Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. You were guided. You were guided to go through all of this change and releasing what doesn't serve you in the area of your reciprocity. And now you're the star. You're the star, and you're literally starting fresh on this brand new chapter of your life, this brand new path, this brand new cycle, and you're getting reciprocity because your true self, your true, authentic self really is what's shining here because you're being true to yourself. And now your world is going to start showing you what you deserve and what you're worthy of because you're no longer putting yourself on the back burner to take care of somebody else. You're no longer over-giving and under-receiving. This is like starting something brand new for you, literally. And it's going to re-spark you and make you feel great, make you feel young again, re-spark your spark for life, your zest for life. It feels like a re-spark here. And it feels like straight wish fulfillment. I should probably cover things up, but your soul is feeling like you can shine in your true self because you are always meant to shine. You are always meant to have equal reciprocity in your relationships. Somewhere along the line, you know, that changed. But now you're back to your original, who you were created to be. And so you are going to receive wish fulfillment and prayers answered. And life looks a lot different when you're the star, which you are. Things are changing fast. You've got communication coming in. This is, you know, things are changing fast. So let's see what else wants to come through here. The old story is no longer. The new story, we got lots of old story energy here. So some of you may still be in a little bit of that old story energy. Oh my gosh. Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, Nine of Swords. A whole lot of swords, a whole lot of overthinking, a whole lot of old story energy here. This is all about to change. So if any of you are, because this reading is collective and it is picking up on different energies of different people, like I said, you're on different timelines, So some of you are still in that old story and you're being invited to walk away from those old ways. Put them in your rearview mirror, Listen to your true heart and soul, your true authentic self that says, I deserve more. But it's going to take you making a decision to really put up a boundary and say, I'm not doing that anymore. No more overgiving. No more over showing up. No more overworking. No more of this unequal reciprocity here. We are going to only give to what gives to us. And at first, it may seem, here's the classic overgiving card. We're shutting down this old cycle. Justice is being restored for you. Justice is in your favor. The balance is being reset. The scales are being reset. Everything is balancing out. We're starting fresh. It's like you're starting a brand new cycle, but literally, like, the old life does not apply anymore. And the outcome? The Five of Swords. Honey. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Let me get a card on this. You're going through a transformation in your thinking, because I also have sitting next to that is the Page of Swords. It's a transformation in your thinking. So some of you are still transitioning out of this old you, and you're transitioning into the new you, where another 6, by the way, where you are accepting what you deserve, where you are being seen, where you are being valued, where you are rewarded, where you are the star. This is a star energy too, because, honey, your most authentic self, this deep down self, you deserve to shine because you are the star, and you've maybe put yourself on the back burner for everyone else for your whole life because of something that happened to you in your past. It's time for you to come back into balance with who you're meant to be. And you, my friend, are meant to be the star. You are meant to be rewarded for all of that injustice that you've dealt with in your past. But you got to put your foot down, and you are the one that sets the scales back into balance. Yes, the universe does that, but you are the one that has to literally turn your back to the old ways of being, the old ways of overgiving, or putting someone else on a pedestal, or giving and under receiving. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to be that star. It's time for you to be on the pedestal. It's time for you to be chosen and pursued and successful, however that fits in your story. This is someone who's chosen, who's magnetic, but this is also someone who is like an influencer. There is something in you that people need. And maybe you have had imposter syndrome or something. And that's, your feelings are valid, but I feel like you've always put others ahead of you. And so now we're not doing that anymore. Because it's time for you to receive your rewards. It's time for you to receive your justice. It's time for you to get out of your head. Because your head is your ego, fear, mind. And we need to drop into our heart and listen to our heart. Our heart is the one that is connected to our intuition, is connected to the universe, is that connection, that spiritual connection. This is what is guiding us now. Not our logical brain, because our brain, we tend to overthink, and there's a lot of overthinking energy here. And there's this energy of transforming my thoughts to align with this abundant new chapter, and where I get equal reciprocity and happiness. No more of the old story where I get, taken advantage of, and I get treated badly, and I have relationships in my life that are not equal. It's time for that old cycle to be done. So where do you find yourself on this timeline? Some of you are still in this overthinking and stuff. And if you are overthinking because you're waiting for things to change, you got to change your mind. And you got to be that butterfly era version of you, the version of you that receives equal reciprocity, that receives abundance, that receives connection, that receives a balanced, healthy, stable, fulfilling new life. You got to become that person. You got to become that version of you that receives. And that version of you doesn't overthink. That version of you follows your light on the inside, follows your intuition, doesn't follow your fear or your doubt or your worry or your expectancy of bad things happening to you. Maybe you assume the worst. Maybe in your past, you always assume the worst, and therefore you got the worst because your thoughts become things. This is why we're going through a transformation in our thinking, and we are dropping into our heart and our intuition, and we're letting our intuition guide us, because our intuition always knows the path to fulfillment. Our logical brain doesn't, because usually fulfillment comes from illogical places. Sometimes the universe works in mysterious ways, and only your heart and your intuition can know what that is. It's not going to be in your logical thinking brain, because that's part of your ego, which is part of the old cycle, which is fear and scarcity related, especially with all these swords. In the heart of your spread, we have the strength card. This is confidence, to be your most authentic self, to find your power, to find your voice, and to speak your truth. Set your boundaries that resonate with your most authentic you. What is right for you? You know, what is the best for you? Choosing that is going to put you on this path, because you're choosing your most authentic. What is best for you, literally, is definitely not overgiving or giving to people who don't give to you and receiving less. Your most authentic is equal reciprocity, is choosing what is best for you, is not putting others on a pedestal and putting yourself behind. It is you shining in your most authentic way and you being true to yourself. This is what's coming for you. Being true to yourself, wish fulfillment, and abundance. Life looking so different in all areas because you're choosing you. Justice going in your favor. Take this, if you're watching and you have a legal situation, take this as justice, legal situation going in your favor. There's an unexpected turn here that it may not look like it's going in your favor, but it's going to go in your favor, because the universe is involved, and the universe is bigger than this whole situation and is turning things in your favor. You got to believe it. I love you guys. If you want a private reading with me, that information is always in the description box of every reading. And I'll see you in the next one.